Hi guys, my name is Raisa and I live in Bohol, Philippines. And just a little bit of a background. So last December 16, a Signal 5 typhoon, super typhoon hit us. Her name was Odette and international name Rai, and she really brought a lot of disaster, not just around our house, but as well as many parts of the Philippines. So, anyways, because of the super typhoon or Odette, we had to do a lot of changes in our lives, including our meals. So, a lot of the prices went up, especially for vegetables, even, and as well as for fish. So, the prices tripled, some doubled, some even five times the original price. So, with that, it really changed a lot of our lives. We don't go to the city that often anymore because the gas prices was as well very higher than normal. So with that, during the super typhoon, I haven't bought any, healthy food, the expensive healthy salads, expensive nuts. So I never had any peanuts, walnuts, cashews, nothing like that at all. No lettuce, no salads. Yeah, so what we usually would eat coming out from the typhoon is just rice, dried fish, eggs, and then these three are what we actually eat over and over again, like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then repeat the next days, even all the way starting the year 2022. And then what I didn't notice was last December, I actually didn't have my period. So I didn't notice that one at all. I only realized that I skipped my period when January came, and I had my period at I think that was January 27 or 28. I can't remember the exact date. But on that day when my period came, it was by far the worst that I have experienced in my entire life. I had a bad low back pain, I had hip pain, and a very abnormal fatigue. Like I didn't want to get up. The mere task of just getting up and talking to someone, looking at them in the eye, really made me super tired. And then, as well, I had a migraine that lasted a full day. And then it would still be there the next day. It also kept me from sleeping at night just because my head was really, I was really in pain. And yeah, so even after my period, the migraine still continued. So after my third day, and then no more period, the migraine still continued the next days after that. So I knew that it was already not normal. And then I started looking into the food that I was eating, which was almost always rice, eggs, dried fish. Sometimes the occasional meat, sometimes as well the occasional fish, but no vegetables at all. So I was looking at what I was eating. Then I realized that maybe for sure I was lacking a lot of nutrients, but also at that time I felt kind of hopeless because, like if I were to move towards that direction of changing how I eat and incorporating more of the healthy foods, then I would have to spend a lot, and then I would have to go to the city. I would have to go on a grocery trip, which at that time seemed very impossible just because we had limited resources around us. So, with that, I finally was thinking that, oh, what are other people doing about this? How about those people who are not actually eating vegetables, not eating the so called healthy meals that a lot of influencers blog about on YouTube as well as on Instagram? So that, ting, I had an idea. So that was what led me into looking into the carnivore way of eating or the animal based way of eating. So yeah, that's how it started with my carnivore diet or carnivore way of eating. And I just have to tell you, the moment that I uh, took out rice and as well started to eat liver and incorporating more meat into my diet, I felt really good. I also eliminated dairy, so I was not having butter, not having creamer in my coffee at all as well. But I have to tell you, on the first day that I started, I still had my coffee and as well as my native dark chocolate drink. I only started eliminating coffee on day 5 of my way of eating. And on that day, the headache came back. Like it, when I didn't drink my coffee in the morning, the headache went on full blast, and then it lasted for a whole entire day. And also, I even taught a yoga class with that headache, and then I came home, and then I just lay down and just waited for it to pass. So that was my experience with quitting coffee. With the other drink, which is the native dark chocolate, which is not animal based, since it comes from cacao, I had a hard time giving that one up, and I probably managed to give that one up on, I think, the 25th day of carnivore. Um, yeah. So, and then since I'm already past 1 month of carnivore, what really helped me to quit my native dark chocolate drink was incorporating dairy back. So I still took it slow. Um, I went for milk first and, experimented, tried to see what would happen with me, and I did not have any adverse effects in my body as well as in my skin. But yeah, so nothing really. So I figured out that I'm okay with dairy. I haven't started incorporating butter into my diet yet, but I will eventually once I get into the grocery and buy myself some good quality butter. So, for the good things that I have found in carnivore is, firstly, I had my period again this February, and guess what? There was absolutely no pain. None of the experiences I've had when I had my period in January showed up. So, no back pain, no hip pain, and absolutely zero migraines. And then the second thing is my sleep has been really, really good. I have deep, good sleep at night. And then when I wake up in the morning, I feel really refreshed. And my favorite of all is how my skin cleared up with carnivore, which is something that really blew my mind. Because when I was experiencing fatigue from the period pains and sleepless nights, my face was actually full of pimples and hormonal acne showed up on my chin, like right here, and also bumps on my forehead, and I had pimples as well on my cheeks, and that all cleared up, which I'm going to show you a photo of like a before and after. But with the two photos, the first photo is on day 2 of carnivore, and then the last photo is when I was 28 days carnivore with no dairy yet. So yeah, I guess this way of eating is really a good way to it's like an elimination diet. It's really good for you to go into this way of eating, especially if you feel if you feel like you have a lot of issues in your body, such as period pains or hormonal issues, even skin issues, as well as weight issues. So moving forward from that, after finishing 1 month, I think I am going to slowly incorporate food back, but a little less on the plants because um, for the last month that I've been into carnivore, I've also figured out some plant foods that I can't tolerate. Mostly, I figured out that I was poisoned with curcumin. This is where you find mostly in turmeric. I'll make a separate video of that because it is sort of sensitive. Yeah, so that's my story, and I hope for all of you out there, you are going to take steps into being more healthy and feeling better and gaining more energy so that you can be able to experience all the good things this world has to offer, and so that you can be able to share as well all the good things that you have in your life. All right, that's it. Thank you very much if you've listened from the first second up to here. Take care, stay healthy, stay well, and